Yeah.
Is that like, are you guys mostly in the previous storm? Is that how you guys been rolling?
So forehead. I feel like forehead and like a lot of the people that are kind of in and around forehead are primarily around during the other storm. These hours he'll come around sometimes, but you also see like me. You'll see Ming, Fanny. Have you met Lovemore? Lovemore, RJ.
Yeah, I've met Lovemore a while back. I haven't seen him lately, but I have chatted with him before.
Yeah, he'll come around, but like a lot of times, I feel like people come around these hours, they kind of do their own thing. Whereas like if they're around earlier, they're doing like gang shit, you know?
Yeah, and that's kind of another thing is we could kind of use some help with some of that gang shit in the previous storm if your guys would be interested.
Okay, tell me
We we
what's up.
got some people that are kind of trying to press our turf, but they do it when we're not around. And they're kind of
Oh,
sitting licks. And so we're kind of also maybe interested in helping that out if something could kind of be worked out, you know.
okay. Well, who are they, and what did you have in mind as
You
far
know
as like representing
Kaneshiro?
Kaneshiro? Wait, isn't that the Mirror Park people?
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, who's in Kaneshiro? Remind me.
Mary, JJ, Violet, Kaya. I think all I know. From what I hear, they've got anywhere from like 15 to 25 members.
Excuse me, 25 people.
They don't all sell weed.
Yeah, that's just like their total. But like, I've only met like a couple of, like, I haven't even seen that many, but that's just what I hear.
Yeah, I don't know. Like we've heard allegedly they have 30 members, but I've never seen like maybe
I've
more
never
than
seen more than,
7.
I've never seen double digits at a time ever. So
Yeah.
we
Okay,
don't really know.
okay.
But basically, we've kind of had some beef, and we told them they aren't welcome here. So they've been slinging up here whenever we're not around. So we're unfortunately not able to do anything about it.
Oh, they're doing it out of
And
spite because you told them not to.
yeah, well,
Well,
it's
yeah,
it's a
but also they're
very
probably doing it for money.
yeah. It's probably like
Deals that were kind of reasonable to like, if they wanted to sell up here their
stuff.
members, we were going to have a bit of an agreement, and
Oh,
they just got petty and didn't want to accept any of them, and they did not feel like us letting them sell in Polito is like, I guess, a valuable asset that we're actually giving them.
uh-huh.
And they kind of felt like, for whatever reason, they just deserve to be able to sell up here for free.
Uh-huh.
Are you involved in Schweed stuff at all, Kevin?
Yeah.
Do
Oh,
you at least like know how
yeah,
most of
yeah.
it works and
Turfs,
stuff? Yeah.
Cruise, Sandy on top. Yeah, I got like the short of it.
Yes, I mean, so like that, the like sand, like the sandy on top, like the overall turf, we don't
Yeah.
really care that much about, but we
Oh,
don't want like our strain being pushed because our strain's been at 100% for like 4 months or something, and this has just been like we've kind of held down this turf for months. Like we
right.
moved up here as soon as we could. It's kind of like it's our home,
Yeah, yeah.
and so we and there's no way for me to just TLDR. It's all very complicated, but just the short version is
I
we
sneezed.
we used to be close with them. We tried to work it out.
Yeah.
Neither sides could figure it out. Both sides feel kind of slighted. And then, they kind of decided to start pushing after we told them they're not welcome here. So now it's
Oh, so
like,
they're testing you then.
yeah, but the issue
Yeah.
is that they do it when we're not around. So it's like, it's
You
kind
can't
of
really
hard
do
for us to
anything.
do anything.
Right, right, right.
And we know that, like, I know Forehead Crew's, kind of like
Oh, they're
him
deep
and
those
some of the
hours.
people, and they're gang, like him and D
Yeah,
Head and like those guys.
yeah.
And so that would be something that like we would be interested in chatting about if that's something they would be interested in kind of going to bat for. And I understand that's like kind of a crazy big ask to like go into conflict with someone for someone else
yeah.
though.
I mean,
Uh,
I mean,
but
it's
it is
yeah,
also
and
a
it
free
isn't.
lick, though, if you view it
so
that way.
yeah,
But
so
it
also
depends how you
like
view it.
they likely only have like sometimes they have 6 people up here, likely with 1 to 2 wands,
Uh-huh.
and they are probably a free sitting lick
Yeah.
with a lot of dirty money, Schweed, and weapons.
Uh-huh. All right, so let's just say hypothetically speaking, right? I'm gonna pitch this to them that hey, you guys are still the guild, right?
I mean, pretty much everyone calls us that. We don't really. Sometimes we'll even say it, but it's like not really, but kinda. It's like if you know the HOA, they kind of go by the not HOA, and we're
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like the not guild, even though it kind of is. We don't really have a new name, but
Okay.
so kind of the same, kind of different.
Okay, so if I pitch this to them and I'm like, all right, the Knot Guild is having issues with the canister people from your park. They're pushing weed. They want us to do something about it. Um, I actually think that people like Forehead might be okay doing something about it, so far as that there's something in it for them. You know, like there has to be a reason more than you guys are having trouble.
Yeah, and we understand that. So it's kind of like you guys are
I
kind of
think he
open to
did
let
just
us
listen.
know, because we don't know what you would want if that. The
Mhm.
other thing is like, another reason I'm bringing up is like Jaeger has mentioned like that basically he could hit up Forehead anytime if there were issues because they kind of
Yeah,
Jaeger
Forehead
and
and Jaeger go way
Barry,
back.
yeah, and even recently like they kind of were doing a lot of shit together. So like
Yeah.
the issue is I never see Forehead and Jaeger's not around, so this is kind of like me reaching out in that regard to like
Okay.
kind of get that rolling.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I got you. I mean, I definitely think that he'd probably be interested in doing something then.
But yeah, I mean we are interested in like we don't
Uh,
really expect to be like yeah just do this for us, right? Like
yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
get like and we're willing to we're willing to figure something out, and then also in the like kind of how I mentioned at the start of this is like especially since a lot of you guys are around when we're not, like
Yeah,
that's kind of a relationship we would like to build up, and then it kind of like we always got people around.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There's like a strength there that we can build.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm done.
Okay, so one thing, just I don't know, like some of your guys. Do you know if like any of your guys are close to Kaneshiro?
Um, I don't think so. If I remember correctly, there might have actually been an issue with them a little while ago. Hold on, let me answer this because I don't know who it is, and it might be somebody in the gang.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh, good.
Hello.
Kevin, Bo, or wait, no, lockpick.
Oh fuck, $1,500. But I'm in the middle of a meeting. Can I call?
1,500.
Can I call you
Yeah,
in a
call
little
me
bit?
back. Call me back. How many you got? You got a lot?
How many do you need?
I don't know, 2.
Okay, yeah, I can get you for 2. Just text me 2
All right.
lockpicks and I'll call you back as soon as I'm out.
Or about
Oh fuck, easy money. Okay. Um. Yeah, I don't think anybody's like cool with them, but I don't want to.
Okay. I mean, the only reason I mentioned is like I just wouldn't want you to go to your guys and then they have a relationship we don't realize and they give them the heads up, which I don't think any of your guys would do that.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
no,
know
that
if
wouldn't happen.
I just don't know if they have any kind of relationship there,
Yeah. I mean, this situation, like, it's not that crazy. Basically,
So I gotta look at this picture.
if they're
of whoever the fuck's
selling
in our
weed
gang.
up here, then
Yeah.
we don't want them up here. We don't really intend to actually go to Mere Park and attack people there. It's just kind of
You're gonna
those
press
of
them while
them
they're
who
up here.
choose to sell weed up here. It's kind of on them, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wait.
and that's where we wouldn't like. That's what we'd want. Like, be asking is just you put like when you can put Polito is patrolled,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then like if they're up here, then it's kind of dealt with. But
Yeah, it's kind of a free
wouldn't
lick
want you to go to
before the
like
storm.
yeah, we
Yeah.
wouldn't want you like go to Mirror Park or like mess with like anywhere else.
It's just for the weed, just for the guns. I mean, that shit'll blow up into
Yep.
something bigger, probably.
See, I mean
Um,
that's the thing is I realized like this shit can be like an insanely big ask because it obviously could just go to full war. Like
it's a
then
powder
they could
keg.
be yeah, like then they could be looking for you elsewhere in the city and like
Oh,
the only
100%.
thing I
Especially
will
if we take
say
their
is
guns.
that I feel like
Mhm.
you guys wouldn't have an issue with them.
Oh no, probably not. It's just a matter of finance, right? Because it's like
Yeah.
money to get guns, money to pay for fines, cars. It's like
And
that type
and
of
on
shit.
top of that, like we're also willing, to fund a little bit if needed too.
Okay, when you say a little, what do you mean by that?
Well, like as far as like you kind of mentioned like what you guys would want, like we're willing to like supply you with stuff.
Okay.
I guess it depends on what you need, like as well as like if we get some of these, because we just have to make sure we have ones for ourselves, but we also could help with that as well. Or if you have a connect like with them, we could just give you extra money so you could buy more.
Yeah, I think I mean the way that it might have to go, that would make it more appealing to these guys who may be kind of on the fence, because it's more than just forehead you'd have to convince, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Especially if it escalated into like a full war. But if you guys were to fund, let's say, like 6 guns, and you were down to cover fines if people went to jail just to get things kind of rolling, that might be like a good place to start. Now, if you have the guns, great. If not, we can kind of reach out and see.
What do you value a wand at?
Um,
Just like what? How much money you think you'd start off like to get rolling?
I am not the person to answer that question because I did a gun crate. I know I could buy civilian guns, but I'm not buying guns in the secondhand market, so I don't know what anybody pays for charges for them at the moment.
Okay. But yeah, I mean, we're open. Like, if you're like, hey, we're interested in Bitcoin or money or wands, like, we're open to, we'll work with you. Whatever you guys are interested in, we're willing to figure something out. So kind of just what you guys would prefer, I guess.
Okay.
As well as, like anything we can offer during these hours when we have more people around, and like compared to you guys, we're willing to help as well.
Wait, how many people you have around now?
Usually this time we get like 5, 6, 7, probably 6 at most, 4
you
to
guys are
6.
deep. Okay.
Not all of those are sliders though. They're not all people sliding, but that's just kind of how many we got around at this time.
Yeah, I mean, there are different ways to help each other, right? Like,
Yeah.
I'm definitely
We
more
got-
with a business mindset than the fucking
And
shoot 'em up mindset.
One thing, another is that I
Yeah.
thought about is people